Hello, podcaster. Ben just said, make it great. So I'm going to make it great.
And I'm watching, so don't make any mistakes.
Hey.
You sounded so nervous.
It was a good one. What did we do?
Have you forgotten what was on the show?
I've closed the rundown.
Oh, I can tell you. We got one Bar Starman. Steph plays Liam. That's a great segment.
That was actually the most competitive one we've had.
Yeah, I don't want to necessarily spoil it, but she does very well. Also, we asked, have you touched the Pope? Got some great calls for that.
And I really enjoyed the fictional names. And let me assure you, the worst part of this podcast was Belle's intro. The rest is really good.
Yep. Liam, you did great. Belle, you let me down. Again.
Okay, please don't watch me when I do this.
Previously on Ben, Liam and Belle.
I went to Vietnam, got hit by a motorbike and broke my lower leg in 3 different places.
These sound effects, I'm sorry, but we just... unnecessary.
And now, live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Belle.
Hey, and we never hear the sound effects before we play them.
We hear them the same time as you.
On Nova.
Good evening, Australia. Thanks for joining us on your Tuesday night.
Later in the show yesterday, we were dabbling in some highbrow gear, as we often do here on Late Drive.
Yeah, this might go over your head, so just try and stay with us.
Yeah, we did 13, 24, 10. What happened to your Jatz Crackers? Did they cop a bit of a beating? If you do have a call for that, we will take more, of course, if we must, 13, 24, 10. There's been calls for Order of Australia's to us three for our services towards the radio industry, and, it's been a pretty overwhelming 24 hours.
Rightly so,
yeah.
because the phone calls we were getting were unbelievable.
Oh, incredible. Rick called up and told us about what happened to his brother's Jatz Crackers.
He was playing cricket. Fast bowler hits him fair square in the box. The box actually split. One of the lads crept out and it then reconnected like a Venus flytrap and just had one on the outside and one on the in.
Sorry, Rick. Venus flytrap was a great way to explain that.
Rick, one of the great storytellers.
And look, like you said, it is very highbrow, but we are getting so many calls and people are still been trickling through. So look, 13 24 10, if you do have a story about your Jatz Crackers or someone you know, give us a buzz. Tanya has already done that. Tanya, what happened to their Jatz Crackers?
Yeah, so I have a friend who is pretty good at beach volleyball. And a couple of weeks ago, they were in a tournament and it got to the grand final. And he jumped up at the net to hit the ball over, and his whole junk, like everything, got caught in the net.
What is the probability of
It's like that pole vaulter earlier in the year that went viral.
That's right.
Sarah, what happened to their Jatz Crackers?
My son, when he was 5 years old, my husband was putting a new fire alarm in the house with a drill. He didn't get hit. He actually got his full back drilled. It's horrible.
Hang on. Your husband was doing something with the smoke alarm. He had a drill, and somehow that drill ended up in your son's Jatz Crackers. How does that happen,
Yes.
Sarah?
Because he was mucking around and my husband was just pretended to zap him, but it actually caught him. And my husband felt terrible and had to go to the emergency room and explain to all the nurses what he did, but everything was okay.
Well, thank you for the call, Sarah. I'm glad he's okay. Jason, good evening. What happened to your Jatz Crackers?
Just one nice summer's day, a mate of mine and I decided we'd go for riding our bikes, and we went to the primary school and ended up climbing up on the roof to try and steal some footies and basketballs and whatever else was up there that we could find. And someone must have called the police, so we heard the helicopter coming along.
Whoa.
The chopper.
And we
Seems like a waste of resources.
Yeah, it was for this incident, trust me. So we decided to get down any way we could, so the flagpole was right there, and we decided to slide down the flagpole, and I went first.
No, I know it isn't going.
No.
Didn't think much. Yeah, I didn't think much of it, and I went first and just felt this almighty pain down in the old ballsack region. I thought, what was that? So as I've hopped off, a little bit of blood coming through the yellow footy shorts, and you didn't wear undies back in those days.
Oh, yeah.
So we decided to have a look, and then, one of my balls was actually hanging out. So we decided to get to to the shops where they called an ambulance for me, and I had 7 stitches and had it all put back in, hence the name ball bag as I'm growing up.
Oh, Jason, now, for anyone not playing along at home, where you'd wrap the rope around the bottom of the flagpole, I'm assuming that was the victim.
Yes, I was the victim on that day.
That was the culprit, rather.
Yeah.
It was a very painful experience, and I've grown up with the nickname ball bag all my life, so
Jason,
it's been great.
How's it all working down there, though? All good?
Fantastic. 4 kids later, no complaints.
Good on
Good
you,
on you,
Jason.
Jace. I bet you tested a lot.
He's just going to make sure.
You're listening to Len, BM and Lel.
Have you ever touched this? Have you touched
The Pope? In the past, we've spoken to people who've touched the Queen. We've had people who've touched a president of the United States of America. Tonight, the Pope. One of the trickier ones. The Pope, we've all seen the Mobile, bulletproof glass. Gets around in that.
I mean, we've done the Queen, and I think that the Pope has touched more people than the Queen.
Yeah, the Pope. Yeah, it's a similar amount of handshaking. The Pope's like shaking hands all the time.
Do they also do like blessings and
Yeah, they would.
stuff?
Yeah, of
So,
course.
like, yeah.
And most of them are called Paul or John Paul.
Or Benedict.
Yep. There was a Benedict, and I think the latest is Francis.
Yeah.
But we'd take any of them. Although I doubt anyone who has touched a Pope before that, the ones that we just mentioned there, would be alive to call us.
My Pope knowledge does not go very deep. I just know that when they do pick them, they do the smoke thing. Which
They do that.
Cool. I like that.
Yep. I think the first dead person I ever saw was the Pope.
What do you mean?
Remember? Because I was like, oh my God, I reckon it's like 2005. That could have been the second John Paul.
They like drove him around.
I think they do like a viewing. I think it's because that's a Catholic thing to do, and it was just on the news, and I was like, what?
Wow.
What was that?
I shouldn't be watching
I know.
this,
I would have been
Mum.
like 9. It's a lot to see a dead Pope. But yeah, if you have touched one, or they've touched you rather, 13 24 10.
Yep, 13 24 10 is our number. No calls yet. I thought we would get a couple at least for this.
Yeah, Ben went into this of like, she'll be easy to get.
Maybe I'm wrong, but let's find out. 13 24 10. Have you touched the Pope? Just before we go to some callers, does the Pope ever come to Australia?
Don't think he has.
They don't do tours?
Oh, Pope
I think-
on tour.
I think the Pope goes around. I don't think there's been a Pope in Australia as far as I know, but maybe. We do have a few callers, so we might find out. Marcia in Melbourne, you've touched the Pope?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
he did come. Pope John Paul II came back in the 80s.
Oh,
to
right.
Australia.
Yeah.
And he met with all the future Catholic school teachers, and I got to go down. Like we went down to Groupers, and he came out, and before the Pope Mobile, when you had to be really careful. This is before that time in the 80s.
Yeah.
And he was walking along, and he was only shaking people's hands on the other side of the aisle, and they had security guards everywhere. So I pretend I felt faint, and they said, "Are you right?" I said, "Can you help me?" So as they went to help me, I took 4 steps in front of him, and then he said, "You," he said, "You hello," and I said, "Hello," and put my hand out and shook his hand, and I just held his hand and wouldn't let go until they forced my hand away. Because it's like, oh my God,
wow.
it's the Pope. I want to hold his hand.
Yeah, of
Right,
course.
so
My mother had to
Marcia,
be
you're
there.
the reason that now he's in the Mobile.
I was going to say, security didn't react quick if you sort of stumbled in front of the guy.
That's a great story,
That is a great
Marcia.
story, though. We're away. Here we go. People have touched the Pope here. Jackie, you're in Sydney. You've also touched the Pope. Was it the same one?
Yes, yes, it was the same one. He was in Australia, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago or something like that for a tour.
Mm.
And I was a high school student at the time, to a Catholic high school, and I was invited to go along to St. Mary's Cathedral in the city. And, he put a blessing on all of us to say thank you for your good work as leaders of Catholic high schools and keep on spreading the good message of God and Jesus.
Whoa, so hang on, so not an individual blessing, but like a group blessing. He blessed you.
No, it was like there was about maybe 20
25 students that got selected to go. And so then we were all congregated together in an area of St. Mary's Cathedral. And, yeah, he came around and he blessed us all.
Wow.
Jackie, I don't want to be a stickler here for the rules, but did you touch the Pope or was it more like you were just near him?
No, we touched the Pope.
Okay, good.
We
Okay,
can
just
count
wanted to
it. We
confirm.
can count it. That's another one. We're getting a lot of calls here. Paige, you touched the Pope?
How are you? Yeah, I did.
What happened?
Well, I kind of touched the Pope. Well, the Pope picked me up.
What? So you were a baby, I'm assuming?
Yeah. So I was like a few months old, and my mum handed me over to the Pope, and he gave me a little kiss on the forehead.
You've been kissed by the Pope, Paige!
See, we set the bar too low. We should have done Have You Kissed the Pope?
Weird vibe, though. Yeah.
Wow, Paige. Do you feel like you sound pretty chill, like a little bit like fun, Paige? Like are you Catholic? Do you feel blessed?
Honestly, not a difference.
Bugger.
Yeah, right. So you're not a good person.
I was really hoping you're like, yeah, won the lottery and like life's been great and yeah.
The Ben, Liam and Bell Podcast. Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
22 sleeps until Christmas.
And that's all well and good and very exciting. But tonight, 13, 24, 10, we want to know what ruined your Christmas day.
Oh no, the turkey.
Aunt Prue.
Oh.
Aunt Prue collapsed on the turkey. That's what happened there.
Oh, no, I thought that she just dropped the turkey.
Oh, I thought you
I
meant
thought
Aunt
she
Prue
had a
had...
massive coronary.
No, I just assumed that she'd just freshly cooked the turkey and dropped it.
Both things would ruin a day.
Absolutely.
If you dropped a, if you dropped a turkey or someone had a, like a
one's
heart
worse than the other.
Yeah,
it's always horrible when you don't have turkey.
Am I right?
Oh, I didn't see that one coming. Well, yeah, 13, 24, 10. If something ruined your Christmas day, give us a buzz. Look, there's one Christmas in my family that we don't, well, I say we don't talk about, but actually we always bring it up to my mum because every time she starts crying when you bring it up, which is actually really mean. but if you mention the salad, she'll just start crying.
What happened with the salad?
It was like 2 years ago. We all joined for our family Christmas, as we always do. And everybody had a dish that they were supposed to bring, and Mum was in charge of the salad.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a salad is very easy to make, very simple, could say the easiest dish. We got to the family Christmas, Mum came empty-handed, and it was like 2 hours in, and my uncle was like, hey, where's the salad? And Mum, in that moment, realised that she just never made it, and she's burst into tears, and it was actually really...
Yeah, well, it does actually sound like she ruined Christmas to me. I mean, there's nothing worse than when you've got a big load of turducken there and you're working your way through it and you don't have any salad to garnish it on the side, you know?
Yeah, and she's a very emotional person anyway, but she was just at the table, like everyone's eating and for like an hour straight. She was just crying. She's
All right,
like,
everyone,
"I'm so sorry."
link arms, we'll do a cracker, but we'll leave out Jackie, Bell's mum, because obviously we're all not really too happy with her. She's forgot to make the salad.
Rayanne joins us now in Melbourne. What ruined Christmas?
Okay, so I was about 7 and my mum had left me alone in the morning because she was going to a friend's house it was meant to be 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with my guinea pig and my guinea pig started bleeding out. And so I called my mum and I was like, Mum, I need you to come right now. We need to take her to the vet. And my mum was like, no worries, I'm coming straight away. 3 hours later, my mum walks in and I'm holding my dead guinea pig in my hands. And I said, she's dead.
That's awful.
And unfortunately, Jesus was born on Christmas. He wasn't resurrected. If it was Easter, there would be potentially hope in the spirit of Easter for the guinea pig.
Never good when your guinea pig bleeds out.
And who leaves their kid like unattended for 3 hours on Christmas morning? I mean, that's probably more to unpack there, Rayanne.
That's how we did it back in the day.
Rayanne, I am going to give you a $50 reject shop voucher.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries at all. Thanks for being our first caller on. With more than 500 Christmas items for $5 and under, we have got more reject shop vouchers to give away. Perfect gift for Christmas. 13 24 10 is our number. We want to know what ruined Christmas Day.
I reckon Mum knew what she was doing. She just didn't want to cop those public holiday penalty rates at the vet, so she was like, I'm just going to sit in the cul-de-sac for a while and wait this one out.
Caught in traffic, sweetheart. I'll be there soon.
Sorry.
Dale joins us now. What ruined Christmas, Dale?
Oh, my grandma, probably in her 70s at that time, was using the V-slicer, which is like a mandolin, to, grate cabbage and carrots for a coleslaw.
Yeah.
And slipped and V-sliced her thumb, which required a hospital trip and stitches.
And nanas don't do good with cuts.
Yeah, Nana in the mandolin.
No, she was very good, but that delayed lunch and obviously wasn't what we planned.
She's screaming without a thumb. You're like, oh, Nana, God, this is just what we needed. Oh, Jesus, we're all so hungry, and now you're complaining. Can this just wait? Can you put a tea towel on it?
Bloody boomers!
Alana in Sydney, what happened?
So my brother-in-law got punched in the face by my sister-in-law at the Christmas table.
Oh, right.
Whoa.
That's no
Why?
good.
I think it'd just been brewing for a while. He pushed his chair into hers and it just triggered her and it made my family look very tame. It was fabulous.
Wow.
You were like, yes, I'm the favourite sibling now.
This Christmas is awesome.
Anthony in Melbourne, what about you? What ruined Christmas Day?
Hey guys, my dad and my uncle got in a punch-on over Christmas lunch.
A lot of punch-ons.
Why did your dad and uncle get into a punch-on?
I think it had been building for years. My dad was not happy that every year this couple didn't bring any food or brought cheap food or bad food to Christmas lunch.
Cheap.
And then I think after a few wines, it just escalated.
Just kicked off.
Honey, every year they're bringing cheap food.
Pizza shapes. What about you bring some king prawns? What about you bring something substantial for the family? Tony?
Anthony, thank you very much. 13 24 10 is our number. Let us know what ruined Christmas Day.
Anthony, I've got to ask, who won, your dad or was it your uncle?
I'll say my dad for the story. But...
Yeah.
Sounds like your uncle, the cheapskate, got one over him.
Thanks, Anthony. Brie, 13 24 10, what ruined your Christmas Day?
Well, we were all playing a game of good old backyard cricket, and my little brother got a bit too enthusiastic, and our little puppy dog ran onto the field, and, well, needless to say, he got mistaken for the ball and got hit for 6. But he lived to tell the tale, so it was quite an eventful Christmas morning, trying to find an open vet, and yes, the Christmas lunch was delayed to Christmas dinner, but we still had it nevertheless.
Yeah. And Brie, it was obviously a plastic bat, right? It wasn't the English willow?
Oh, no, it was a good wooden one.
Good on you. Yeah, no, that was our only saving grace.
What Liam was trying to do there was just trying to save you a little bit.
No, it was a proper bat. Yeah, Slazenger. Yeah, no.
If you're listening to this podcast at 2 times speed, it's the Ben, Liam and Bell podcast.
One Bar Starman on your radio. I'm really, really fast. Just listen to me go.
Yep, Liam is our One Bar Starman. He can tell you the name of a song and the artist just by hearing the very first bar of it.
Undefeated, apart from this one lady one time, and Conrad Sewell.
Conrad Sewell.
But bar that, perfect record for years.
Yeah, he is very good at the game. Now, if you can beat him, though, you will win an actual bar of gold. Now, taking Liam on tonight is Steph in Sydney. How you feeling, Steph?
I am excited, a little nervous. I'm scared the pressure will get to me, but I'm pumped.
Look, we make it nice and fair. I'm going to leave the room so you can hear the songs first. Now, last week my challenger got none. I'm thinking you'll do a better job than that, Steph.
I really hope so.
Me too.
Ben, what's the theme for this week?
Well, because we're getting close to Christmas now, it is December, I've gone for artists that may or may not celebrate Christmas.
Well, yeah, wonderful. As always, it scales it down. I'll leave. Steph, all the best. Well, not too much good luck, though.
All right, Liam is now leaving. I've got 30 seconds on the clock for you, Steph. Remember, if you don't know it, you can just pass and move on to the next one, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Wake up in the morning. Kesha.
It's the social media app.
TikTok.
Don't stop, make it pop, DJ Blum.
Nice.
ABBA, Mamma Mia.
Correct.
Mamma Mia.
Nice. Keep going. Okay, good.
Praise You.
Fat Boy Slim.
Fat Boy Slim.
She's got 3.
Beyonce, Run the World.
Time! She got 4. That's very good, Steph. I might have given you the answer to one of
What the hell was that? Did you just like...
I just didn't want a repeat of last week.
Yeah, right.
Come on in, mate. Come on in. She got 4.
4, that's decent.
Steph, you hang there. Liam's going to have a shot now, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Gee,
don't go
Steph, you were
anywhere.
quick. 4.
She was good.
Yeah.
All right, Liam. 30 seconds on the clock.
Wake up in the
Kesha. TikTok.
Don't stop, make it pop, DJ blow.
ABBA, Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Smack That, Akon.
Smack that all on the floor. Smack that.
Fat Boy Slim, Praise You. Who Run the World, Girls, Beyonce.
Last one.
That is Missy Higgins. Scar.
He's got 6.
I
just unloaded a clip. I just unloaded a whole clip. Let's go.
At Steph or?
Yeah.
Or just in
At anyone.
In the
at
air?
anyone. At anyone who steps to me. You know what I'm
Are
saying?
you saying you just shot?
No,
Just there's 6 in a barrel.
Yeah,
It's, you know,
yeah, I
you know,
got
let
you.
that thing off.
okay.
Hey, Steph, you did very good. You got 4, but unfortunately, the Bar Starman did get 6. Thanks for playing, though.
Thank you. Well done.
No worries.
Yeah, that's right.
Stop barking at her.
Sorry, Steph. No, I just get competitive. I'm sorry. I actually really appreciate you listening to the show and getting involved and all of that.
If you want to take on the Bar Starman, you can always get in touch. 13 24 10. You're on Nova.
That bit was Baby Gronk approved.
13 24 10. Do you have a fictional name? I don't know if you saw this, Ben and Bell. There's a new debutant for Australia's rugby union team, the Wallabies. His name is Harry Potter.
Potter on his debut. An amazing finish from Harry Potter.
That's not real.
It's real. He caught the golden snitch.
There's no way those commentators aren't giggling when they're saying Harry Potter.
Well done, Potter. You're a winger, Harry.
10 points.
You can't not. Do we know how old he is?
Yeah, I checked. So to be fair, he was born in 1997, which is the same year Philosopher's Stone came out as a book. So it's kind of like the parents wouldn't have known. It was just that's just a normal name at the time, and the worst possible year to be called the most famous wizard boy. So he would have grown up, and it just would have been through the whole thing.
I want to hear the audio of that again.
Potter on his debut. An amazing finish from Harry Potter.
And it's not like he's called Sirius Black or Gilderoy Lockhart. Like Harry Potter is like no one's called Hermione Granger, but you can be called Harry Potter, I think.
People talk about main character energy. His whole life is main character.
Yeah, well, it is. So look, we don't want if your name's Brad Pitt, don't bother calling it. It has to be a fictional character.
It could also be somebody you know, if somebody at your old school had a fictional name. I would love to hear about that.
To be fair, when just thinking of Harry Potter names, a friend of mine, her parents, their names are Ron and Hermione.
That's right.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
But they met in what?
the
like 70s or 80s.
way before.
Yeah.
And to sweeten the deal for you, if you get involved, we have got a prize valued at $380. It's a Mattel prize pack. So if you want to get your hands on that prize pack, start calling 13 24 10. Do you have a fictional name, or do you know somebody with a fictional name?
Yeah, if your name's like Stuart Little, I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Richard, you have a fictional name.
Yeah. My surname is Frankensteiner, which was an absolute pleasure to grow up with.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, Frankensteiner. Yeah. So
My dad was Austrian and came from so it had some wonderful nicknames, anywhere from Nightmare to Boltneck to all of these type of ones. Absolutely brilliant. It's quite unique as far as I know. There's only the one family of us. I don't know where we've come from, but maybe the legend is real.
Well, that's true. I mean, Frankensteiner, I've certainly never heard that before.
Yeah. In my head, it's a bit like, did Frankenstein come from, your name? Who knows?
Who knows? Laura, you know someone with a fictional name?
Yes, well, I used to. His name is Robin Hood.
Hey!
Oh, really? Is it spelt the same?
Yes, exactly the same.
Robin Hood is old. That is an old story. You know what I mean? You know what you do. It's always funnier when the parents know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're doing a bit.
You have a kid, your last name's Hood, you got one name you shouldn't name him, and you do it.
That is very good, Laura. Thank you. Kay, in Sydney, you worked with someone who had a fictional name.
Yes, when I was at uni, I worked reception at a construction company, and the guys on site would ring in every now and then, and there was a painter called Peter Pan. I didn't believe him the first time he called me. I thought someone was playing a joke on me, and I was like, no, but his name was Peter Pan.
This is great. I'm really enjoying this. Rachel, you have one.
Yes, so me and my brother, obviously I'm Rachel, and he's Ross.
Ross and Rach. And so you were kicking around before the 90s, or?
Yes, yeah. We're both 80s babies. So, yeah, we were the original Ross and Rachel.
You were the original Ross and Rachel.
That is outstanding. You can keep these coming through on 13 24 10 if you want to get involved. Jody joins us now. Have you got a fictional name?
Well, I don't, but my surname is Kennedy, and my brother is John F. Kennedy, and my sister is Jackie Kennedy.
What?
And surely Mum and Dad knew that though, right? Because I'm assuming, you sound pretty young. Like your siblings aren't that old.
No, John's in his late 40s and Jackie's in her 50s.
And what's the F stand for? Is it Fred or?
He's not Fitzgerald, he is Francis.
Francis,
right. But
right.
what, Jody, why did they do that?
Who knows? That I can't help you with, but it's a good little story to have, and my brother's number plate incorporates those initials. So.
Of course.
Right, I hope he doesn't have a soft top.
Oh, Liam.
Sorry, is that too soon? Or?
Jody, thank you for sharing your story. You know what? We're going to give you that Mattel prize pack worth over $300.
Awesome! I didn't even realise that. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
No worries at all. You got Uno in there, Pictionary, Scrabble, and more to celebrate the launch of Uno Team, where teamwork is essential to victory. This is the Chainsmokers, Coldplay, something just like this. You have a great night, Jody.
Will do. You too. Thank you.
And that's it.
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.